Hello students, today we are going to discuss word problems based on HCF and LCF of positive integers. We already have studied how to find out HCF as well as LCM of the given numbers. First of all, we have studied Euclid's division algorithm, which can be used to find HCF of two numbers. After that, in fundamental theorem of arithmetic, that is nothing but prime factorization, we have also studied power method to find out HCF as well as LCM of the given two numbers. Today we are going to discuss the application of this HCF as well as LCM. That is nothing but we are going to study word problems today. Now, whenever we are going to do word problems based on lowest common multiple and highest common factor, that is LCM and HCF, we have to remember one thing very clearly. Now remember that if we have given any 2 or 3 or more positive integers, the value of their HCF is smaller than all those integers or equal to the smallest integer among them. For example, suppose we have given any two integers, any two positive integers. Okay, so the value of the HCF of the given two positive integers is always smaller than both the integers or equal to, if it equals, then it can be equal to the smallest number between them. Similarly, if we talk about LCM, the value of LCM of the given two positive integers is always greater than given two integers, or it is equal to the greater integer between given two integers. It means that the value of HCF will be always smaller than the given two integers or maybe equal to the smaller one, and the value of LCM will be always greater than the bigger number in the given pair or in the given number of digits, whatever are there. So these two things we have to remember. Whenever a word problem will be given to us, we will analyze that problem properly. We will try to find out what exactly will be answer, whether the answer will be greater than given number or smaller than given number. For this we require a bit of common sense, that's it. We just need to identify whether we will require whatever the answer is going to come will be smaller than the given numbers or greater than the given numbers. If it comes smaller, we will go for HCF, and if it is greater, we will go for LCM. It's that simple. Otherwise, there is a lot of confusion what concept to be used in solving the word problems based on LCM and HCF. So this simple technique will help us to solve the problems correctly. Getting it? So we just have to analyze the problem properly. We just have to think about the answer, whether the answer can be greater than given numbers or smaller than given numbers as per the situations. If the answer is going to come smaller, we are going to go with HCF. If the answer is going to be bigger than the given numbers, we are going to go for LCM of the given numbers. That's it. Remember this. Now let us actually start with the problems in this chapter. The first question here is, an army contingent of 616 members is to march behind an army band of 32 members in a parade. The two groups are to march in the same number of columns. What is the maximum number of columns in which they can march? Now we have given an army contingent. Army contingent means a troop, a group of soldiers, we can say. That group of soldiers is of 616 members, and these people are supposed to march behind an army band, and army band is of 32 members. Okay, so the parade is like, first of all there will be the band people and then soldiers. Now we want all these people to march in the same number of columns, means there should be equal number of columns of band people as well as soldiers. So now clearly here we can think that number of columns cannot be greater than the number of people available. Now it will not be possible that there will be 1000 columns of these many peoples. Okay, definitely it won't be possible. Or suppose we are saying there are 650 columns. Is it possible? Definitely it will not be possible, because in even if we keep only one person in one column, then too it is not going to be 650. So clearly the number of columns required in this question will be smaller than the given two numbers. So naturally we are going to calculate HCF of the given two numbers to get the answer of this problem. So let us start with the answer. So this is the way in which you are supposed to think before solving the problem. You need to think whether the answer is going to come smaller or bigger, and then accordingly you can use the concept of HCF or LCM. Let us start with the answer. See, so first of all, I have written the same sentence. You are supposed to start the answer of word problem like this only. The maximum number of columns in which an army contingent of 616 members is to march behind an army band of 32 members in a parade is HCF of 616 and 32. So you need to write what exactly concept you are going to use. You need to introduce the concept first. Don't calculate HCF or LCM directly. Now our job is to find out HCF of 616 and 32 to get the required answer. So next I am writing here, we have to find out HCF of 616 and 32. Now here you are free to choose any method, because we know to find out HCF we can go with Euclid's division algorithm. You can go with that. You can go with our orthodox prime factorization, which you have studied in the lower classes, or the new method, that is power method, which we have studied this year. So we have three options to find out HCF of these two numbers. You can go with any method. Suppose sometimes in the question they may ask you to use a particular method. If that method is asked, you go with that method, and if there is no method mentioned, you can go with any suitable method out of these three, that is Euclid's division algorithm, our orthodox method of finding HCF and LCM, or we can go with power method. Okay, this question I have solved by using power method. So first of all, I have factorized 616 like 2 into 2 into 2 into 7 into 11, which can be written in the power form like 2 cube into 7 raised to 1 into 11 raised to 1. Next number is 32, which can be written as repeated multiplication of 2 5 times, that is nothing but 2 raised to 5. 7 is not there, so 7 raised to 0. 11 is also not there, so 11 raised to 0, means 7 and 11 has appeared 0 times there. Now to find out HCF of these two numbers, what we do, we take the multiplication of the common factors with lowest powers. Okay, so 2 raised to 3, 2 is a common factor, and lowest power is 2 raised to 3. Getting it? 2 raised to 3 and 2 raised to 5. These are the numbers. In this, 2 raised to 3 is the number with lowest power. Then 7 raised to 0 is the number with the lowest power. 11 raised to 0 is the number with the lowest power. So solving this, we'll get 2 cube is 8. 7 raised to 0 is 1. 11 raised to 0 is 1. And calculating this, we'll get 8. Means these people can march in 8 columns. So in the end, we have written the answer. So thus, the maximum number of columns in which they can march is 8. Okay, so 8 number of columns. Sometimes they can ask you the next question also, find the number of people or number of persons in one column. So how can we do this? We will add total number of people. Okay, see, we'll add number of soldiers plus number of people in the army band. So in total we'll get 648. Now there are 8 columns. Okay, to find out number of people in one column, we will divide 648 by 8. So we will find out the number of people in one column. So this is the end of the first answer. So in this way you can do it. It's very simple to do, nothing much to be explained in it. Only concept you need to understand what to be used, HCF or LCM. It depends on the answer. So you need a logic to guess the answer as soon as you will read it. With the second question, the second question is, there are 120 boys and 114 girls in a class. The principal of the school wished to have maximum number of students in a section, and each section has to accommodate equal number of boys and girls. What will be the maximum number of such sections? Also find the number of boys and girls in each section. So what we have to do now, see, we have given 120 boys and 114 girls. Now we are supposed to form the sections in which there will be equal number of boys and girls in each section. So how many sections can be made? Now clearly number of sections cannot be greater than the people available or number of students available here. So obviously number of sections will be always less than the number of students. Getting it? So here once again we need to go to find out HCF of the given two numbers, because it will give us the smaller answer than given two numbers. So let us start with the answer. So again, first of all, we need to write the sentence: the maximum number of sections in which 120 boys and 114 girls can be accommodated such that there will be maximum number of students in a class and equal number of girls and boys in all sections is HCF of 120 and 114. Okay, so next is to find the HCF of 120 and 114. Actually, I am not going to solve the HCF and LCM. Henceforth, you have to calculate by using any of the method, whichever is suitable to you. You can go with all three methods. I am going to write answer directly. This is not at all required to explain. You people can do it easily. So that's why I have written answer directly here. Henceforth, in all the questions, all the word problems, I'll be writing answers like this. But remember that these word problems can be asked for 3 or 4 marks. So you are supposed to write the answer in this way, but remember that you need to calculate HCF as well as LCM. That is required. Okay, it is must to calculate HCF and LCM of the given numbers. Getting it? So HCF is 6. So here we can write thus maximum number of students, the maximum number of such sections is 6. Getting it? Then next they have also asked how many boys and girls will be there in each section. So to find out number of boys in each section, we are going to divide total number of boys divided by number of sections. So total number of boys are 120 and number of sections we are going to get are 6. So 120 upon 6, 20. So there will be 20 boys in each section and number of girls in each section. For that, total number of girls divided by number of sections. So 114 girls are there, divided by 6 will be getting 19. So there will be 19 girls in each section. Sometimes they may ask you question, find number of students in each class. So total number of students will do, and will divide the total number of students by HCF. That is here total number of sections. So there will be 39 students in each section, where there will be 20 boys and 19 girls. So in this way we can conclude the answer of this one. Just remember this. This is also very easy. One important thing which I told, first of all, how to decide whether to use HCF or LCM. It completely depends on the given question. You have to understand the question properly, and from the question you need to guess the answer. If you definitely it is very easy to guess. It's not like something difficult to do. Okay, you can clearly understand whether the answer is going to come smaller or bigger. If it is going smaller, you will go with HCF. If it is going bigger, you will go with LCM. Just remember this. And second thing which I have told, the calculation of HCF or LCM, whatever will come in the next questions, I am not going to do that. I will be directly writing answer, but you have to do that calculation and then you are going to get the answer. Okay, I told for HCF you can go with Euclid's division algorithm, or you can go with the fundamental theorem of arithmetic, power method, whatever you want to use. Let us start with the question. The third question is, there is a circular path around a sports field. Sonia takes 18 minutes to drive one round of the field, while Ravi takes 12 minutes for the same. Suppose they both start at the same point and at the same time and go in the same direction. After how many minutes will they meet again at the starting point? So this is the question. Now you have to start your thinking about the answer, whether the answer will be smaller than the given numbers or greater than the given numbers. Okay, so this is very important. From that only we are going to understand what exactly to be used. Let us start with the answer of this question. So first of all, just see what is given to us. Sonia is taking 18 minutes to complete one round, whereas Ravi is taking 12 minutes for the same, means he is taking 12 minutes to complete one round. Now if they are starting at the same point at the same time and both of them are going in the same direction, obviously we can see that Ravi will be running faster because he is completing one round in 12 minutes. So definitely time whatever they are going to take will not be less than whatever time they are going to take for completing one round. So it is not possible that they'll be meeting in 1 minute or 2 minutes or 5 minutes. Getting it? So definitely answer of this question, whatever we are going to get will be greater than the given numbers. Okay, so I hope you understood how exactly are we going to go to use the concept. So as the answer whatever we are going to get is greater than the given time, so we have to go to find LCM of the given two numbers, because LCM will be giving us the answer which is greater than or equal to the given numbers. Obviously mostly greater, and sometimes it may be the thing that it will be greater number among between given two. So first of all you need to write the sentence. We can get the actual number of minutes after which they are going to meet again at the starting point. The position is fixed, they should meet at the starting point. After both of them are going to start at the same point and at the same time and going in the same direction is nothing but LCM of 18 and 12. So again next is nothing but the calculation of LCM of 18 and 12 that you have to do, but still I have solved this one. Once again I'm doing this by power method. 18 can be written as 2 raised to 1 into 3 square. 12 can be written as 2 square into 3 raised to 1. To find the LCM of these two numbers, we need to take the multiplication of the common factors with highest powers, that is 2 raised to 2 into 3 raised to 2, which will give us 4 into 9, that is equal to 36. Means both of them are once again going to meet at the starting point after 36 minutes. But in those 36 minutes, sometimes they may ask you a question, when they will meet again, how many rounds will be completed by Sonia and how many rounds Ravi will complete. So for that, what are we going to do? Here the technique is a bit different. Now whatever LCM we have got is the biggest number. So this LCM we are going to divide by time taken by Sonia as well as time taken by Ravi. See, so if they are asking how many rounds Sonia would have completed, so that will be equal to LCM, that is 36 divided by time taken by Sonia to complete one round. So 36 upon 18 means Sonia would have completed only two rounds, whereas Ravi would have completed 36 upon 12 is equal to 3 rounds. So in this way we can solve this. Let us conclude this. Therefore both Sonia and Ravi will meet again at the starting point after 36 minutes. Now one more very important note which you need to remember is, see, whenever they are asking about number of rounds, okay, if the question of HCF was there, in question of HCF is the smaller number, that's why we divide by HCF. There our HCF is in the denominator, but in the question of LCM we know that LCM will be definitely greater number than the given numbers, so it has to be in the numerator. Getting it? So LCM divided by given numbers, like this we have to do. So this is the difference between LCM and HCF. Okay, so this is the conclusion of this answer. We will start with question number 4. Our question number 4 is, the question is very big but it is really very easy to do. 105 goats 140 donkeys, and 175 cows have to be taken across a river. There is only one boat which will have to make many trips in order to do so. The lazy boatman has his own condition for transporting them. He insists that he will take the same number of animals in every trip and they have to be of the same kind. He will naturally like to take the largest possible number of animals each time. Can you tell how many animals went on each trip? And also find the total number of trips required to take all the animals across the river. So this is our question. So analyze the question properly. First of all, we have given the number of animals. See, we have given 105 goats, 140 donkeys, and 175 cows. Okay, there is only one boat, and all these animals needs to be taken across the river by using that boat only. But that boatman has his own conditions. What are the conditions? He will be taking equal number of animals every time, and that too he will take largest possible number of animals. But condition is all the animals should be of the same kind. Means if he is taking goats, then he will be taking all the goats only. If he is taking some donkeys, some number of donkeys, then he'll be taking all the donkeys together, like this. Getting it? Now what we want, they have asked us to find the number of animals which he can take across the river in each trip. So obviously, see the given numbers. The given numbers are 105, 140, 175. Definitely the number of animals which can be taken across the river in one trip cannot be greater than the given numbers. Getting it? So it will not be like there will be 500 animals which he can take across the river in one trip. So answer will be definitely smaller than the given numbers. It means that we need to find HCF because it will give us the smaller number than the numbers which are given in the question. So in order to find the number of animals that boatman can take across the river in one trip, we need to find out HCF of the given numbers. So let us start with the answer. I'll be writing first sentence like this. To find the largest number of animals in one trip which can be taken across the river is nothing but HCF of 105, 140 and 175. So we need to calculate the HCF. You calculate the HCF of this one by using power method, or you can do by Euclid's division algorithm also. You decide how to do it. If you find out HCF of 105, 140 and 175, the answer of that will be 35. It means that in one trip that boatman can take 35 animals of one kind across the river. So this is the answer of first question which they have asked. The answer is written. Therefore, it can be said that 35 animals of the same kind can be taken across the river in each trip. Now, they have also asked us to find out total number of trips required to be done by the boatman to take all animals across the river. So, here what are we going to do? We will count all the animals together. First of all, total number of animals, and total number of animals we are going to divide by number of animals which can be taken across the river in one trip. So let us start the answer of the next part. Therefore, the number of trips required to take all animals across the river is equal to total number of animals divided by number of animals that can be taken across the river in one trip. So that is equal to total number of animals divided by HCF. Why we have done HCF? Because the maximum number of animals that can be taken across the river in one trip is nothing but HCF of the given numbers. So put the values. So we'll get 105 goats plus 140 donkeys plus 175 cows divided by 35. That is nothing but 420 divided by 35. That is nothing but we'll get 12. So that boatman needs to do 12 trips in order to take all the animals across the river. So this is the end of this answer. So this kind of questions you need to do very properly. And one more very important thing, if you have given the number of animals, getting it, if you have given number of animals and if you find HCF or LCM of that, the unit for HCF and LCM will be number of animals only. From number of animals you cannot get number of trips directly, getting it. If you have given number of animals, suppose 2 or 3 different kind of animals you have given, and if you are finding HCF of that, the unit for HCF will be number of animals only. Finding HCF, it is not like that if you find HCF directly we are going to get the number of trips which that boatman needs to do, getting it. So for whatever unit is there in the question for the given numbers, the same will be the unit for the HCF or LCM of the given numbers. Number of animals will remain number of animals only after finding HCF or LCM. It will not be converted into number of trips directly. So just take care of this one. I've given the questions of this type also for the homework. So let us start with our next question. Our next question is question number 5. A mason means we can say a plumber. A mason has to fit a bathroom with square marble tiles of the largest possible size. The size of the bathroom is 10 feet by 8 feet. What would be the size in inches of the tile required that has to be cut, and how many such tiles are required? So what is given to us? We have given the dimensions of the bathroom. The dimensions of the bathroom are 10 feet by 8 feet. From this we can conclude that the surface of bathroom may be rectangular, and they have asked the size of the marble in that marbles are square marbles, actually means in the shape of a square, in inches. So first of all, what we require to do, first of all we need to convert length as well as breadth of the bathroom in terms of inches. Let us discuss the remaining part later on. So let us start with the answer. See, we have given the size of the bathroom 10 feet by 8 feet, that is length into breadth. Now let us convert this unit feet into inches. We know that 1 foot is nothing but 12 inches. So we are multiplying both the numbers by 12 to convert them in terms of inches, because answer expected from us is in terms of inches. So 10 into 12 inch by 8 into 12 inches will be the dimensions of the given bathroom in terms of inches. Reason we have written 1 foot is equal to 12 inches. So that is nothing but 120 inches into 96 inches will be the dimensions of the bathroom in terms of square inches. Okay, so here first job is over, that we have converted length as well as breadth of the bathroom in terms of inches. Now what is asked? Now that mason is going to fit square marble tiles in the bathroom, okay, and that too of the largest possible size. Now definitely it will not be possible to fit the marbles of the size greater than the length or breadth of the bathroom. Means definitely we cannot put a marble which has length more than 120 inches, getting it. So obviously the length of each marble, and one thing is very obvious, that we will require number of marbles to be fit in the bathroom. So definitely the size of each square marble will be smaller than the given numbers, getting it. It cannot be greater than 120 inches. So as it will be smaller, we are going to find out HCF of the given numbers to get the length of the square marble, getting it. As it is square marble, its side will be same only. So whatever HCF will be there, that is nothing but side of the square. In fact we can say square marble. So we are adding this. Now the largest size of the tile required will be equal to HCF of 120 and 96. Okay, so next let us continue. To find out HCF of 120 and 96, you can use any method whichever is suitable to you. I have written the answer directly, it is 24. So we can say that the square marble of length 24 inches will be required to be fit. This is the one question. First question is answered here, that dimension of the square marble tile. Okay, so the dimension of the square tile will be 24 inches. It will be of side 24 inches. Now second question what they have asked is how many such tiles will be required. To find out number of tiles required, what we need to do, we need to divide the area of bathroom by area of one tile. Getting it? So let us see the answer of the second part. Okay, this is the conclusion of first one. Thus we can conclude that the largest size of the tile which is required to fit in the bathroom is 24 inches. The second part of the answer, therefore the number of tiles required is equal to area of bathroom divided by area of one tile. Area of bathroom, it is rectangular, so it will be given by 120 into 96 square inches, and area of one tile, as it is a square, we can write side square, that is 24 to 24 square inches. Doing the calculation, we will get it is equal to 5 into 4 because 24 5s are 120 and 24 4s are 96, so that is equal to 20. So we will require 20 square marble tiles to fit in the bathroom, which is of size 10 feet by 8 feet. Okay, so this is the answer of this one. See this question very carefully. It is very easy to do. Just you need to analyze the question properly. You have to use the concept properly. You have to use the you have to do the correct calculation while finding HCF of the numbers. Once again I am repeating, remember that you should not write the answer of HCF directly. You have to show the calculation how you have found the HCF of the given numbers, as I have shown in some of the questions. 2 questions I have shown. You can use any method, no doubt, but it needs to be shown. Now let us start with the 6th question. It is again a bit good question. Question number 6. The length, breadth and height of a room are 8 meters 25 centimeters, 6 meters 75 centimeters and 4 meters 50 centimeters respectively. So we have given dimensions of a room, its length, breadth and height. The question is, determine the longest rod which can measure the 3 dimensions of the room exactly. So what are we going to do? We need to find out the length of the longest rod which will completely measure each of the dimensions of the room perfectly. Okay, it should measure it exactly. Okay, like 10 times, 12 times, 15 times, like this it should be. It should not be like 10 times it has been used completely and then some part 25 centimeters part was left. Okay, so it should not be like that. It should measure it completely. Let us see the answer of this one. First of all, we need to convert the given numbers, given dimensions into only one unit. If we convert in terms of meters, these numbers will be converted in terms of decimal numbers then. Okay, 8.25 meters, 6.75 meters, 4.5 meters. Okay, so we will not be able to apply the concept of HCF and LCM then, because we are studying to find out HCF and LCM only for positive integers. So these numbers need to be converted in the form of a positive integer. So it will be better if we convert them in terms of centimeters. So let us do that first in the answer. We have given length, breadth and height of the room. Okay, and this complete dimensions, all the dimensions we have converted in terms of centimeters. 8 meters and 25 centimeters can be written as 825 centimeters. Similarly, other dimensions 675 centimeters and 450 centimeters. Now what we have to do? We have to find out the length of longest rod which will measure these 3 dimensions perfectly. Okay, now if we take a rod which will be greater in the length than given dimensions, definitely it cannot measure all the 3 in exact number of times or exactly. So what we require, whatever the length of rod is there, that length of the rod will be definitely smaller than the given numbers. So once again we have to go with the concept of HCF. So see, the required longest rod which can measure the room exactly is nothing but HCF of the given numbers. 825, 675 and 450. Now you find HCF of these three numbers by any method. You can go with Euclid's division algorithm or by a power method. If you find that, you will find the HCF of these three numbers is 75. It means that the length of the longest rod, which will measure the dimensions of the room exactly, is nothing but 75 centimeters, which is nothing but 0.75 meters. So this is the answer of this question. See, this is a tricky question a bit, but very easy to do. You can easily guess the answer. Now you might have got the idea how to solve the word problems based on this chapter. Every time you just need to read the question very carefully. You have to logically think about the answer, whether it will be greater than the given numbers or smaller than the given numbers, and accordingly you will be using the concept of HCF or LCM. If it is going smaller than the given numbers, we will go for HCF. If it is going greater than the given numbers, we will go for LCM. Getting it? So this is all. Now the homework questions. Homework questions, definitely there will not be any problem, but I will discuss some of the questions. First question, second question are really very easy to do. You read the questions carefully. Third question also. So first three questions, definitely there will not be any problem. See the fourth question. In the previous exercise also I have given this question, but some students still ask me some doubts in this. The fourth question is, find the largest number which divides 615, 963, leaving remainder 6 in each case. So what are we going to do here? Okay, what we have to do, we have to find out largest number which will divide the given numbers, leaving remainder 6 in both the numbers. So first of all, what we'll do, we'll subtract 6 from both the numbers because we want that 6 as remainder. Okay, and after subtracting 6, whatever numbers will be coming, numbers will 609 and 957. Okay, so we want to find out a number which will divide these two. A number which will divide given two numbers will be obviously smaller than these two numbers. So you will find out HCF of these two numbers. Getting it? So this is very easy to do. Fifth question is also very easy. It is a straightforward question. Sixth question also you can do. Seventh also no issue. Eighth question is exactly like fourth question, but their remainders are not same. They have given different remainders for both the numbers. So you subtract those remainders from the given numbers. Ninth question is exactly like that only. Instead of two numbers, they have given you three numbers. So that can be also solved very easily. 10th question is again very easy. You can solve that. There will not be any problem to solve the 10th question. More questions I have given today. Find the least number that is divisible by all the numbers from 1 to 10. Both numbers are inclusive. 1 as well as 10 is inclusive there. So what is the question? In this question, we are supposed to find a number which is divisible by all the numbers from 1 to 10. Means every number from 1 up to 10 should divide that particular number. So if you want to find out such kind of a number, definitely that number will be greater than all the numbers from 1 to 10. So what we need to do, is to find LCM of the given numbers. LCM of the numbers from 1 to 10. So you will doing it by prime factorization. It will be very easy by power method if you are doing. So you will find the number answer very easily if you go with the power method. You need to factorize all the numbers from 1 to 10. Getting it? Write the numbers in the power form, and after adding the numbers in the power form, you can find out LCM of the numbers. So here you are supposed to find out LCM of 10 numbers together. Okay, this question can be asked for 4 marks, though this is very easy, but it is a very important question for you people. Just see this properly. 12th question is also very simple. 13th is also very simple. 14th question also there will not be any problem. The 14th question is like last question which we have solved in this class. Now I will discuss question number 15. The question number 15 is, determine the number nearest to 1,10,000 but greater than 1 lakh, which is exactly divisible by each of 8, 15 and 21. So What are we supposed to do here? We are supposed to find out a number which is near to 1,10,000 and it should be greater than 1 lakh, means it should be between 1 lakh and 1,10,000 and it should be exactly divisible by each of 8, 15 and 21. Getting it? So this is our question. We want to find out a number which is divisible by all three. Getting it? So what you will do, first of all, you will find out LCM of 8, 15 and 21. You will get the answer of LCM. Whatever your LCM will come, definitely it will be a 3-digit number and that will not be your answer definitely. So what are you going to do? Whatever your LCM will come, by that LCM you will divide 1,10,000. Getting it? Why to divide? I'll tell you afterwards. After dividing that, you just need to find out the remainder. Getting it? So you will first of all find out LCM of the given three numbers and by that number you will divide 1,10,000. After dividing 1,10,000 by LCM of given numbers, you will find some remainder and you have to subtract that remainder from 1,10,000, which is nothing but your answer. Getting it? Because what, suppose there is 250 is the remainder. So if you subtract 250 from the 1,10,000, you will get a number like 1,09,750, which is the number divisible by given three numbers, which is the number nearest to 1,10,000 divisible by given numbers. Getting it? So three steps you have to do: LCM first, then long division and find remainder, and third step you will subtract whatever remainder you have got from 1,10,000. 16th question is really very easy to do. The question is, we have given the circumference of a circular field is 360 kilometers. Three cyclists start together. They can cycle 48, 60 and 72 kilometers a day around the field. When they will meet again? So to find out when they will meet again, you need to find out LCM of the given numbers. So because definitely they are going to meet after a few more kilometers, which will be greater than the given numbers. So LCM of this one, you just see how much time they will require to meet again. 1 day, 2 day, okay, like that you have to do. So first of all, find out LCM. LCM definitely will not be answer. LCM will be the number of kilometers after they are going to meet, or you can write they will be meeting after this many kilometers. But again, if you divide by particular, or yes, definitely you do that only. Right answer in terms of kilometers, there will not be any problem. They will be meeting after 700 kilometers, 720 kilometers, like this you write the answer. Last question is exactly like the question of animals which we have solved. Here we have given the number of books of each kind and we have to stack all this book, okay, such that there should be equal number of books in all the stacks. Okay, so, and we have given that all the books are of the equal width, so there will not be any issue. First of all, simply you will find out the HCF of the given numbers. HCF of the given numbers will give us number of books in one stack. Getting it? And also they have asked us to find out the number of stacks in which all these books are arranged. Remember that we have given the numbers as books. Okay, the given numbers are nothing but total number of books of each subject. Now if you find out HCF of this one, the HCF of this one will not give us answer of stacks directly. They have asked to find out total number of stacks in which all these books can be arranged. This is the question. So remember that simply finding HCF, you are not going to get the number of stacks. Getting it? So HCF of these numbers will be nothing but number of books in one stack. And to find out number of stacks, you will do like total number of books divided by number of books in one stack, that is divided by HCF. So this is all for today. Tomorrow we'll be discussing the last part of this chapter and we will complete this chapter tomorrow. All the best. Complete all the questions in homework to check your understanding. Thank you.